Welcome to Dr. Charles Speaks, a podcast for now. You've joined us for a special series of transformational talks, selected exclusively from Dr. Charles's corporate success calls. The 15-minute calls are designed to encourage leaders, activate your thought life, and prepare you for the challenges ahead. Dr. Charles joins every call with a blend of his personal experiences, his expertise as a John Maxwell certified mentor and coach, and of course, his more than 30 years of exceptional experience in both corporate America and ministry. Get motivated with Dr. Charles Speaks, a transformational talk from the Red Line on today's podcast, inspiring excellence and generating results.
Happy Monday and good day to all of you once again for joining me on the Red Line Corporate Success Call. I am most gracious for your participation and listening in. I trust that the things that we've been sharing with you has benefited you in your workplace, in your community, and in your home, and also, most importantly, your personal growth and development. And so it is on this day, this happy Monday, I would like to talk to you about two words, and those two words are trust and character. It's so important that we talk about those things because when building a team and having a team follow you as the leader, they must be able to trust you. And certainly our behaviors in getting the job done, it makes a difference too. Those two go hand in hand. If you had a right hook and a left hook, that makes a perfect combination for trust and character, for it is the foundation, in my opinion, of leadership. And just so how much important is trust? You know, reality sets in. Leaders cannot repeatedly break trust with people and continue to influence them. Because I said it once, and I'll say it again, trust is the foundation of leadership. If you can't trust the leader, then you're not going to follow the leader. And whatever comes out of their mouths, you're not likely to believe what comes out of their mouths because they have not given you the trust in regards to their actions and regards to their words that they say. No leader can break trust with their people and expect to keep on influencing them. I'll say it once again, trust is the foundation of leadership. So when you think about, well, how is it that a leader can build trust? That's a good question. And I was reading and I picked up this quote from the former CEO of Pepsi Bottling Group, Greg Weatherup. I remember him. I worked under his leadership at one time in my career. And he says, you know what? People will tolerate honest mistakes. Let's face it, we all make mistakes. And people will tolerate honest mistakes. But he goes on and he says, but if you violate their trust, you will find it very difficult to ever regain their confidence. Therefore, you must treat trust as your most precious asset. Wow, that's a powerful quote there because it comes down to our character, what's in our heart. The heart is the very personality of who we are, and the action speaks louder than the words that we say. And so he couldn't have said it better. You know, we make mistakes, but then admitting those mistakes, 9 out of 10 people, I like to believe, will respect that and will give you another chance. But mistake after mistake, if it's a continuous day after day thing of dishonesty, not being trustworthy, then people will tend to pull away from you and they will eventually leave your team, or their performance may just fall off because there is a lack of trust. When you think in terms of character, well, character makes trust possible, and trust makes leadership possible. Who do you think has the greater potential to achieve great dreams and have a positive impact on others? Someone who is honest and disciplined and hardworking, or someone who is deceitful, impulsive, and lazy? We all would get an A on this test, because the contrast between the two We would prefer to work with someone who is honest, who is disciplined, and hardworking versus working for someone who we cannot trust, who is deceitful, impulsive, and lazy. You know, as leaders, with the foundation being trust and character being the foundation as well, when we lead people, it is as if they consent to take a journey with you. The way that trip is going to turn out is predicted by our character. So when we lead people, as they consent to take the journey with us, it's going to come down to character. With good character, the longer the trip is, the better it seems. But if your character is flawed, it will seem like the longer the trip is, the worse it gets. A sad commentary. Why? Because no one enjoys spending time with someone he or her doesn't trust. Think about it. Do you really think you would spend quality time with someone like that? You will be quick to give them their answers and keep it moving. But when it's someone that is trusting and someone who has great character, who has your back, you'll talk and you'll learn from each other. You'll grow with each other. You won't even notice the time going by. It'll be such a engaging interaction that time will go by and you look at your watch and say, oh my God, we've been talking for an hour. We've been together conversing and it's been a great time. But on the flip side of that, you're running the other way. You know, poor character, when you think about that, it's like a time bomb ticking away. It's only a matter of time before the bomb blows up a person's ability to perform and the capacity to lead. Why is that? Because people with weak character are not trustworthy. And trust is the foundation of leadership. I keep telling you that. And so before we end this call, there are three main areas that I want to talk about that makes for a trusting and a high character leader. And those three, beginning with number one, is integrity. Integrity makes a commitment to yourself to be honest, be truthful, even when it hurts. You know, managing a team, sometimes someone may not be performing up to par, and you have to have those coaching sessions, that feedback, and you have to tell them the honest truth, that the reason why they're not being considered for promotion or the reason why they're not being considered for that top leadership role on the team. And so being honest with them, it may hurt initially, but when they know that you have a good heart and you're a person of good character, they'll be more likely to receive it after they process it. They'll be able to take you at your word because they know that you told them to help them, not to hurt them. Integrity is so important in coaching and leading a team because people want honest managers. They want honest coaches. They want people that will be there for them, not to baby them, but to simply help them to grow and to grow up and to be better than they were when they came to the team. You know, another key main area that's so much needed in this leadership process of trusting and having a great character is being authentic. You know, just be yourself with everyone. You know, we are who we are. And the thing about it, when you take on the helmet of servant leader, you don't have to worry about trying to copy somebody or trying to be like someone that you're not. You simply just be yourself and being a person who's there to help people, who's there to be true to people, to be there for them. And you watch your reputation, your name will go before you because they know the people you serve. They know that you're not playing politics. You're not pretending to be something you're not. You're simply being authentic, and you're simply being able to relate to people because people see you as being real, whether it's sunny outside or whether it's a storm, whether it's raining. You are the same yesterday, today, and the next week. You'll be the same because you are who you are, and that is so important in being an effective leader. Number 3, discipline. We must do the right things every day, regardless how we feel. You know, one of the things in leading a team and when I work with individuals, there's no mystery as to what the expectations are. There's no mystery of what I'm looking for. It's very clear, and people understand that there's a discipline to getting results. There's a discipline to finishing best in class. And when you are doing the right things each and every day, regardless of how you feel, you'll be consistently good at what you're doing, and the goal is to go from good to great. And that is so important. So I say to you, this is not all of the list, but when you focus on integrity, when you focus on being authentic, and when you focus on discipline, you're going to be in the right lane on this highway of life in affecting people in a positive way. How do leaders earn respect? By making sound decisions, by admitting their mistakes, and by putting what's best for their followers and the organization ahead of their personal agendas. You know, I realized that later on in my career, it wasn't about me. That's why I've taken on the mantle and the title of a servant leader, because in the beginning, it was all about me, and I was trying to climb the corporate ladder. But when I fell and short of where I felt I should be, I didn't get mad at anybody. I didn't get mad with myself. I changed. I made a conscious decision that I would be a servant and that I would operate in the space and place and time where I am and be content to the extent that I would continue to grow and continue to make the difference where I'm at. You know, how trustworthy would your followers say about you? How trustworthy? How can you measure their trust? By how open they are with you. That's how you can measure. When people are clamming up and not talking, then there's something there. Perhaps they don't trust you. But when people open up, they begin to trust you. They openly share their opinions with you, even negative ones. You have to ask yourself the question, do they give you bad news as readily as good news? They go hand in hand. How about your colleagues that you work with and your leader who you work for? Do they consistently put their trust in you? Or you find yourself on the sideline sitting all alone on the bench waiting to get in the game? You know, I just want to close on this call on this morning by simply giving you a quote by a gentleman by the name of J.R. Miller. He once said this. He said, "The only thing that walks back from the tomb with the mourners and refuses to be buried is the character of the person." This is true. What a person is survives them. It can never be buried. Think about it. I could be long and gone, buried in the grave, but what's going to live on and be remembered is my character. You can't get too much done in life if you only work on the days when you feel good. Trust and character. It is the foundation of leadership. Thank you once again joining me on this Red Line Corporate Success Call. I trust it has made a difference today and throughout the week. Let's let our light shine that we may make a difference in the place where we go, where we work, at home, in our personal development. Enjoy the week. Have a great day. God bless. I'll talk to you on the next Red Line.
Thank you for listening to Dr. Charles Speaks. Visit drcharlesred.com for booking info for your ministry, business, or leadership team. Get info about the Red Line, a 15-minute corporate success call each Monday morning with Dr. Charles. Follow Dr. Charles on all social media at Dr. Charles Red. Subscribe to the podcast here for every episode of Dr. Charles Speaks. Thanks for joining us. Like Dr. Charles always says, no matter what, never, never, never give up. Until next time.